What's going on, guys? We're back with another full workout vlog. Today we're going to be hitting chest and triceps. I'm also going to be breaking down the macros to my pre and post workout meals so you guys can see that. And of course, I'm going to break down my workout by movement, explain why I'm doing the movement, and any tips or tricks that I have for them. So we got a pre-workout meal here. I didn't have any food in the house, so I DoorDashed Chipotle. I'll throw up the macros for this, but here's the order. It's a double steak bowl with brown rice, mild salsa, fajitas, and lettuce, and for some reason they put cheese in here, which I didn't order. All right, so I'm gonna eat this and I'm gonna time it so that by the time I'm done eating it, I have an hour to an hour and a half before my first working set. So we'll see you at the gym. All right, so if you've seen any of my other workout vlogs, you know that I start with a 5-minute warm-up, typically on a stair stepper or a stationary bike. And then from there, I'm going to move into this dynamic sort of warm up for my shoulders with a band. This footage is taken from another day. I didn't record myself doing this, but I just want to put it in here so that you know. I would do some sort of rotator cuff warm up in addition to this as well. Okay, after warm up, we're going to move into our first movement, which is a wide machine press. The arm path, the contraction, just the overall mind muscle connection on this machine, I really enjoy. Personally, for me, it hits really well. So it's a new addition to the gym, so I'm hopping on it as my first movement. Just be sure to keep your head back here, dig your shoulder blades in. That's going to create a nice base with your back and help you press more effectively. I'm going to hit 4 working sets of these at 8 to 10 reps. Moving on, we're going to hit another machine press. I've just been incorporating more machines lately and progressively overloading them. This is my second chest day, so it's not like I'm not doing free weights, but you can more effectively, I feel like, progressively overload machines without that risk of injury. So you'll see me hitting a ton of machines, especially on this, my second chest day of the week. Okay, for these, we're going to really slow down the eccentric. And in fact, I'm going to take just a moment at the bottom of the rep, pause for 1 second, maybe a half second, and then, but just whatever it is, just do it intentionally, and then explode up back to that starting position. I'm going to really push myself on these. You know, if it's a free weight movement, I typically need a spotter to go this hard and to go to like an RPE of 9, maybe even full failure. So that's just another benefit of doing this on a machine. These are going to be 4 hard working sets at 6 to 8 reps. Okay, moving on, we're going to hit a standing Dynabody chest press. Now, normally I don't do flat bench because of the impingement in my shoulder. However, this machine, I find I'm able to do it without a lot of pain, or any pain really. So I'll throw this into the mix every once in a while. Okay, to set up for these, just pick a hand placement that is right around chest level. Again, we're going to dig our shoulder blades back into that bench. And from your feet to your shoulder blades, press into the ground and drive your shoulder blades back into that bench. Again, that's going to give you the base you need to start pressing. Again, we're going to really focus on exploding out of the eccentric here. We're going to do 4 sets of these, again, at somewhere between 8 to 10, maybe 8 to 12 reps. Moving on from here, we're going to start hitting some fly movements, and we're going to start with an incline chest fly. Okay, so we have a couple incline chest fly machines, and one of them doesn't have the pads. It just has the handles, which I actually prefer. But that one was taken, so I jumped on this one where you're putting the pads right in the base of your elbow. But it's a great machine. If you do it properly, you're definitely going to feel that mind muscle connection in your upper chest. Now, just like for any other fly movement on the eccentric here, you want to maintain that close to 90-degree angle in your elbow joint. You don't want your arms to be flat out to your side. And that's because when you do that, you're shifting the tension away from your chest, more onto your biceps. We want to keep the tension on our chest, especially at the bottom, and get that nice deep stretch on your chest. On the concentric here, think about bringing the palms of your hands together, and your arms can become more straight at the top. 3 sets of these at 10 to 12 reps. All right, moving on from here, we're going to do another fly movement. This one's going to be a high to low fly. And I actually love this machine. If you have this machine at your gym, definitely try it out. Again, with these pads, we're going to bury them into the base of our elbow joint, keeping that 90-degree again on the eccentric, which would be the top here of the movement, before exploding downward. Again, the same cue is going to apply here. Really think about bringing the base of your palms together and straightening your arms out slightly at the bottom of the movement. And if you've been doing flies wrong this entire time, I tell you, this cue, this little correction is definitely going to help you feel that more in your chest than you ever have before. And that's going to do it for chest. We're going to move on to triceps. And we're going to start with a rope press down. Here's a great shot of me in a dirty mirror that's not focused. But if you squint your eyes, you can see that I am in fact doing a rope press down. We're going to have a slight lean forward in our upper body. We want our elbows to be mostly stationary, with the exception of the eccentric. When you come up, you can allow your elbows to come up slightly and get a little bit of a stretch on your tricep before pressing straight down. And at the bottom of the movement, I like to turn my wrist outward slightly. I feel more activation in my tricep that way. The closer I get to the RPE of 8 or 9 here, the more I tend to lean forward, which is fine as long as you're still performing the movement the same. It doesn't matter. Okay, so when I'm putting together tricep workouts, this is what I think about. The press down is first and most important. We're going to make sure we do an overhead pressing movement and then some sort of like close grip bench or heavy tricep press down. So staying at the same station, we're going to move on to an overhead extension. So I like to set the pulley up so it's like right at butt level. This makes it easier to get into that starting position. And also, when you're done, you can just drop the weight without letting it come all the way down and slamming in the bottom. So grab the weight, throw it over your head, get into position. You want to let your wrists come down as low as they comfortably can here on the eccentric. Again, we're focused on getting that stretch on our triceps before pressing straight up. And again, I'm going to flare my wrist outward slightly at the top of the movement. I'm going to go a little bit higher with the rep range here for these, somewhere between 12 to 15 reps. And we're going to do 4 sets of these. Okay, moving on, we're going to hit a tricep dip machine. We're going to go pretty heavy with these. Just make sure that your upper body is mostly upright here. The more forward you lean, the more you're going to potentially activate your chest. So we're going to stay upright, just hitting triceps. And these are just going to be hard, gritty reps. Just rev them out. Keep it heavy, somewhere between 6 and 10 reps. And you should already be feeling, you know, that mind muscle connection with your triceps at this point. After doing the first 2 movements, the blood's already going to be in your tricep. But what really helps me with these sometimes is to just really focus on thinking about pressing down with your triceps. I know it sounds easy, but the more you think about, you know, what your triceps doing and think about doing it as you press down, the better that mind muscle connection is. And that's going to do it. I'm going to hit the stair stepper for cardio for about 30 minutes. I'm shooting for about 300 calories, 350 calories burn during the cardio session today. And that's going to wrap it up for the gym. I'm going to head home, hit our post-workout meal. We'll see you there. Okay, so here we are with our post-workout meal. We've got 75 grams of white rice and 175 grams of sirloin, top sirloin steak. Now, this is my post-workout meal. I'll eat another meal after this that I'll call dinner. But as long as you're getting your post-workout meal in within 6 hours of consuming your pre-workout meal, that's all that really matters. You don't have to get it within 30 minutes to an hour after your workout. You don't have to rush to eat. As long as it's in that 6-hour window, you're good. So this is my post-workout meal, and then later on I'll have dinner, and then later on I'll have another snack after that. And that's going to do it for this full workout vlog. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you guys. We'll see you on the next one.